Now, I've been asked many, many times, why do I worship on a Sunday? Why do Christianity itself, as a religion, worship on a Sunday? Shouldn't it be on the Sabbath, on the Saturday? Good question, I guess. People have a, legit, a, legit, a legitimate question, if I get my words right, a legitimate question. So they need an answer. Fair enough. But in the Bible, God did not set any days above another one for personal or corporate worship. There is no such day as a Bible day of worship. So any day God has given us within the 7 days, we can worship Him. And as Christians, we're supposed to worship God every day anyway. So in the Old Testament, you will not find the Jews gathering together on a Sabbath day for corporate worship. You will not find that. You will not find in the Torah any commandment that says that the Jews must assemble together themselves on the Sabbath. It was not there. Why wasn't it there? Because God never gave it. The Sabbath itself, the reason for the Sabbath, it was supposed to be a day of rest. Rest from what? Rest from their physical labor, from work. That's what it was for. It was not supposed to get together and have church and sing songs and all the rest like we see today. That came much, much later. Historically, that took place during the Babylonian period, and some say just after, when the Jews came back from Babylon, when the synagogue system was established, that they had corporate worship on the Sabbath. Before that, all through the time of Moses and the judges and the kings of Israel, David and everybody else, there was never a commandment or a tradition or a practice for meeting on the Sabbath to worship God. Read the scriptures, read all 39 books of the Old Testament. You'll not find it there because it wasn't there. The corporate worship thing on the Sabbath is a Jewish tradition, like I said, which started after Babylon. So any day that we choose to worship God is acceptable to God. There's no special day. Sunday is not a special day that's above any other day. Neither is Sabbath a special day above any other day in terms of coming together to worship God. We could come any day of the week and choose to worship God. The week doesn't matter because the Bible has not placed any individual day of the 7 days above another day for worship. Has not. We come to worship God all the time. He is the object of our worship. Now, some will say that Emperor Constantine, in the AD 325 period, at the Council of Nicaea, and all that stuff, they can go through the history of that, and say that Constantine changed the day of worship from the Sabbath to Sunday. Well, that's not actually true. Constantine didn't change the day of worship from Sabbath to Sunday. He didn't change it. He abolished it. He abolished it for Christians because the Jews met on the Sabbath, and now we as Christians, Gentile Christians, want nothing to do with these horrible, wicked Jews. So we don't want to meet on the day that they met, so we'll now meet on a different day, and that was chosen as Sunday, which he called the Lord's Day. So the Lord's Day was a completely new day where the Christians, the Gentiles, is going to worship God. That's through man's own knowledge, through man's own tradition as it became. It's not God ordained. It's not biblical. So therefore, the day we choose to come together to worship God is our choice. The Lord won't accept us and bless us more because we come on a Sunday, more than if we came on a Tuesday or a Friday. Makes no difference to God. It's the heart that comes towards Him in sincerity and in truth to worship Him. That's what God looks for. The actual day of the week on the calendar makes no difference to God. So if we meet on a Sunday, wonderful. If we decide, well, let's meet on Tuesdays instead, as our norm and custom and practice, wonderful. Actually, no, let's make it Thursday or Friday. Wonderful. You see, it makes no difference. There is no Bible commandment, Old Testament or New Testament, that shows that a particular day is more honorable, more worthy than another, and that we should worship on that day. All 7 days of the week, we can come together if we choose to and worship God. and God will accept it, because the object of our worship is not relevant to any particular day. It's to whom we're worshiping, and that is God Himself.